Do you ever feel bamboozled by the sheer amount of ukuleles out there? That's what GotAUkulele's here for. Keep watching. Yes, GotAUkulele returns. It's your summary video review day to accompany the full written review. You always find linked in the description below these videos. There's also some other links down there where you can do what these people have done. This is my weekly thank you to the people who've thrown me a tip, bought me a coffee, joined the Patreon to help keep this site going, because I'm not a commercial site. I don't charge for these reviews. My eternal thanks goes to those people who help keep this site going, and you can do the same by looking at the links down there. And for absolutely nothing, as I say also every week, you can help me out by subscribing to the YouTube channel, hit the bell symbol, you'll get notified of when I put a new video up. Okay, this brand, it's a brand I've looked at a couple of times before. They confuse me a little bit because you don't see a lot of them around. The couple I looked at before did rather well. They're also a brand that endorsed a signature model, a Joe Brown signature model, which was really rather nice. I did play one once, I haven't reviewed it. Let's get into it. This one's caught my eye because of what it's built from. This is the Laka VUS100B bamboo soprano. I've looked at a few bamboo ukuleles before. They've usually done pretty well. It's an interesting build material, and this is the Laka offering, also available in concert and tenor. It's a standard double bout bamboo instrument. Now, my first issue with this, I spoke at length in other bamboo reviews as to whether you can call bamboo solid, because of the very nature of the way bamboo works. It's thin strips that are joined. They're laminated this way as opposed to that way, so you do get solid bamboo instruments. What really irritates me with Laka on this one is all of the product descriptions say that this is full bamboo construction, which kind of leads you to think that this is a solid bamboo instrument, but actually what they're talking about is the fact that some of the other parts of the instrument are made of bamboo, because this is laminate. So it's just the outer that's a thin strips of bamboo, but looking at the inside of it layered onto plywood. And that irritates me. Why can't people be honest about their descriptions? Full bamboo construction, you know what you're trying to do there. It's not. It's a laminate bamboo instrument, very clearly when I look at it. But other than that, yeah, you're looking at the bamboo strips of wood, which are side to side like most other bamboo instruments. It's very pale. Some of the bamboos I've seen are a bit more yellow. They've given a bit of a stain, coloured them up a little bit. This is very, very pale, but I'll come on to my thoughts about the looks in a bit more detail when I get on to the decoration. But other than that, double bout instrument, pretty well put together actually. The bridge is made of bamboo, and whilst it's really nice and small, they made it a tie bar, which, why not give us a slot bridge? Obvious screw holes here that hold it in place, but it's bamboo, it's pretty tidy I suppose, but again very pale, and that holds a black straight topped ABS plastic saddle. The decoration, when I looked at the Kala bamboo series, I said that I liked the accents, the black tuners that they put on it and the black nut. I think it worked very well against the pale yellow, and complained that they didn't even put a sound hole rosette on it. You get a black sound hole rosette here, but they've also put this black binding top and back. I think it looks really stark against the yellow. It's too much. Whether it's the binding is too thick, or maybe a little thin strip would have worked, or leave it off altogether and just go with the sound hole rosette. I get that this is a totally subjective thing, but I think it spoils it. I think it makes it look, well, it looks like it's been painted around the edge. I don't really like that at all. Inside, very regular looking braces, notch linings, quite a bit of glue seepage. But what I will spy from looking inside is just how thick this top wood is. This is laminate. I think these are really thick woods, and it feels kind of chunky. I'll come on to the weight a little bit later. It's a thick, overbuilt construction. The neck is made of bamboo. Really, because of the way bamboo is jointed, the joints are really, really obvious. There's one here, there's one halfway down the neck. But it's nice to see that it's in satin, like the body, so it's nice and smooth on the hands. Very Far Eastern, kind of a bit squashed on the back, but too rounded for me on the back, and a very skinny 34mm nut, 27 from G2A. Not my kind of neck width at all. Fingerboard, more bamboo, and I don't like the colour differentiation. They'll all differ, obviously. This is just the one that I got, and I really don't like this edge binding of black which they've done, which just sort of turns this up to the max. I don't like that at all. 15 frets joined soprano style up traditionally at the 12th. Despite being edge bound, they are on the edge of being sharp, which is just woeful. And actually looking at the macro pictures I took of this, the fret dressing is appalling. It's really, really scruffy fret edges. So I'm not a fan of that. Position markers at 5, 7, 10, double 12th and one at the 15th. No side dots. Come on, no side dots. Yeah, okay. Black ABS plastic nut. Unlike the Carlas with slot heads, this goes for a nice sort of simple looking regular headstock. That's quite nice. The Laka logo and oh so stereotypical Hawaiian motif are laser etched, which you know I'm not a huge fan of, but there we are. The tuners are unbranded, but actually looking at the mechanisms, pretty decent quality actually. Open gears. Being a soprano, I would much prefer rear-facing pegs, of course, but there we are. These look like ears, but they're not bad quality and they work all right as well. What else do you get? You get a set of Aquila strings and a fairly functional branded gig bag. Right, the pricing. It's all over the place. On the Laka website and with a lot of dealers, usually the guitar shop dealers that are stocking ukuleles, they have this at £129. That's ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. That's more than the solid bamboo Carla Soprano. It's just too much money. Thankfully, I see it discounted quite a lot if you shop around all over the place. I've seen it discounted down to about sort of 60, 70 quid. I don't know what the price is. I've reviewed it based on 129 because that's the RRP that Laka are prepared to put their name to. I think that's far too much money. 129 quid. Right, okay. So a mixed bag. I'm not a fan of the decoration. I get that that's subjective. This is an overbuilt body, very thick woods. It's chunky. 480 grams for soprano is pretty heavy. Balance is okay, but it just feels heavy. It feels substantial. And that's a bit of a worry for resonance and whatnot and tone. Scruffy fret ends, half decent tuners. Don't like this decor, as I say. But most of all, I really am annoyed with Laka for saying full bamboo construction. Why not just tell us what it is? It's clearly laminate. You can see the plywood on the inside. Have a look at the pictures on my website as well. But there we are. So mixed bag so far. Bamboo on tone, I do quite like. It's very bright, it's very direct, very crisp. But things like the Carla had a certain roundness. A lot more of the mids came through. Bit more rounded in tone. I haven't played that many others. The old Ukulele sounded nice as well. We'll see how this one does when I get it bang in tune for you. Now what I'm sensing is there's a laminate boxiness to it, which I talk about a lot when I review laminate instruments. I'm not against laminate instruments, and I'm not against this being a laminate. I just wish they'd tell us that it was laminate rather than full bamboo construction. But you can sense there's an echoiness to it. These tuners I said were good. This one feels a bit finicky. No, we're okay. Okay, volume. Yeah, it's all right. I've played much louder sopranos. It's not quiet, but I've played louder. So averagely good. Sustain. Never great on a soprano, but at least it has some. But again, averagely good. Not out the park. But that is bright and crisp. But I would say it's very one-dimensional. Echoey, boxy, and not really giving me much else in terms of character. clear, I guess. Bit plunky plonky. It's right, look, it's not woeful. It works as a ukulele. That sounds a bit not really got enough character for me, but it works. It's accurate. The setup's very good on it as well, and it's well built. As I say, some scruffiness on the frets, but it's not solid, and it's not worth £129. So if you can shop around and get one of these for sort of 70 quid, yeah, it's all right, I suppose. But I still think the Kalas sound nicer. They just had more roundness to them. I just think this can be beaten in many ways. It's an interesting little object, but it doesn't get a recommendation, I'm afraid, Laka. And I do like some of your other instruments. The Laka VUS100B Bamboo Soprano, also available in concert and tenor. Too much money for the list price, and subjective things I don't like. But it just, most of all, that sounds just a bit one-dimensional. There we are. Right. Okay. GotAUkulele is back, and it is back next weekend. I was moving to 2 weekly, but I've got one to fit in next weekend that is causing a lot of excitement. I can't wait to bring you that one. So I'll see you next weekend, and until then, have a very good week ahead. Look after yourselves. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.